Hello and welcome to Community Chats. I'm your host, Ali Hammer, and today we're joined with Stephen Wilson, the CTO at Credit Union Australia. Stephen, thanks so much for joining us today. Can you start by telling us a little bit about how CUA, as Australia's largest member-owned financial institution, supports its customers?
Thanks, Ali, and thanks again for having us along today. CUA was established back in 1946. And it's kind of grown over those 75 years or so through mergers with other credit unions. Initially, it was offering credit to Australians who couldn't access it, but that's grown now into a full set of financial products, including home loans, savings, everyday banking, as well as insurance. We are proudly Australia's largest customer-owned bank, as you pointed out. And the key differentiator is that when we make a profit, that's really for the benefit of our owners, and our owners are also our customers, so we don't have the same conflict as in shareholder organisations. But being solely focused on our customers means that we can deliver our profits back into better rates, fairer fees, responsible lending, and of course, improving service.
It's so great to see CUA emerging as one of the cloud adoption leaders in the space, so thanks for sharing. And Stephen, can you tell us a little bit about the key criteria you based your decision on when you were choosing to move to the cloud?
I guess stepping back a little bit, we've had a number of major programs really aggressively modernising our infrastructure to continue our growth. And as part of that, we've been migrating existing systems into AWS, as well as building new capabilities cloud natively. And that kind of led us to thinking around customer identity and really wanting a kind of whole of bank solution to manage how our customers access their banking and their data that we hold on their behalf. So we needed a product that could handle, the complexity of our existing business and our existing digital channels. We're not starting from scratch. And also with open banking, the new regulation coming along, that's adding a whole other layer of API-based interactions with other institutions on our customers' behalf. So we really needed something that fitted with that. And we found that Ping was the best solution for us.
Well, we're so glad that you made the decision to place your trust in both AWS and Ping Identity. So what are some of the key benefits that you are seeking when moving to PingCloud?
Well, the project that we chose to start with on our kind of implementation pathway was actually our open banking program. And PingCloud offers some key differentiators for us. The first was it eliminated the whole complex kind of setup and provisioning of infrastructure, which we understood from market was quite a significant undertaking. Also, the componentry came pre-integrated for the consumer data right, which is the part of open banking that allows customers to manage who they share their data with. And that was really, really important. Also, the take-up of open banking at this point in Australia, if we look to other markets like the UK, it's really uncertain, to how quickly that's going to happen. And so we need something that can kind of grow with us and grow with the industry take-up of that solution. Also, Ping had a track record in the open banking area, which also kind of reassured us that we were headed in the right direction. So, they were the key kind of drivers of our decision.
So, Stephen, from a business perspective, what does that enable?
I guess I could kind of answer that in two parts. The first for open banking and then kind of more broadly from a strategic perspective. For open banking, obviously it's going to enable us to comply with the consumer data right, which for our organisation has to be achieved by July. And then also in the future, we want the ability to kind of become a data recipient ourselves so we can offer new digital experiences to our customers, such as a complete view of their finances, for example, or making it easier for new customers to switch their accounts and products into CUA digitally. So these were some of the key considerations strategically. Also, more broadly, from a digital perspective, we really wanted a consolidated platform to manage, member identity, and as well as access to that information. We wanted something that could evolve as we continually improve our security and, cyber threat continues to change. So introducing new capability, additional factors like location data is important to us. And we also want to make it simpler for partners to integrate with us through the ecosystem. So they were kind of some of the broader strategic drivers.
Stephen, what were the key reasons that drove your decision to purchase PingCloud via the AWS Marketplace?
There were a couple of key benefits to doing that. The first was it made good commercial sense. So we have established a strategic partnership with AWS, and that's a multi-year kind of commercial commitment. So the ability to incorporate the Ping investment within the same commercial framework made complete sense, and that could then be recognised against our overall commitment with AWS. The second is that AWS Marketplace can make it easier for the ecosystem to do business with us. We're a regulated entity. There are a bunch of hoops that need to be jumped through in order to set up a direct partnership with us. So being able to leverage an existing commercial framework again reduces the lead time and some of the friction and effort that's required to get through that process. So hopefully that streamlines others' ability to do business with us.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. I mean, there is a lot to consider when taking this on. So now a fun question that we're asking all our customers in 2021. What is your top tip for creating a fun working culture within your business? Because the world has changed. COVID's the new norm. We're all working remotely. How can we make it fun?
I think it's a great question, and at times at the moment, I think it's more important than ever to have a bit of fun in the workplace. When I was thinking this through, one of the examples that sprung to mind was something from our cyber team. So the cyber team leads a range of things in the organisation, one of them being the vulnerability management piece, which at its core is kind of a maintenance and compliance task that's not that much fun, to be honest. But what the team has done is they've kind of flipped that on its head and gamified it, and they've introduced leaderboards, kind of stretch goals, and they kind of pitted the teams against each other in a kind of fun way. And that's really changed it from something that frankly was, something that had to be done, but not much fun, into actually teams actively competing to who can knock off the most vulnerabilities in the fastest time through automation and those sorts of improvements. So it's something really simple, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
Stephen, thank you so much for joining us today. And it's been wonderful to hear about Credit Union Australia and how you've adopted PingCloud. So thanks for joining us, and to our audience, we'll see you next time. Bye.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having us along.